One of the last projects I wanted to wrap up before my woodshop tour video is just a simple hanger for my impact driver and drill. I'm just using plastic drain pipe from the hardware store. Since it was my first time working with this stuff using power tools, I put on some extra eye protection because I wasn't sure if it might shatter. After using my drill press to drill a big hole, I used my jigsaw to cut the slot. But this is what happened. The heat from the jigsaw blade actually fused the plastic back together behind the cut. So the piece that I had just tried to cut out was completely welded back into place. I finally got that piece out, but on the next one I was sure to cut really slow. And that worked just fine. After a little sanding, I marked the position to drill some holes so that I could put the hardware in to hold it all together. This is just the rear support block that'll hold the back end of it to the underside of the shelf. There was a little extra space around my chop saw that wasn't being used, and I thought it was a good centrally located spot in the shop, so this is where I mounted them. And finally, they have a home. No matter how good the dust collection is on your chop saw, if you cut a cylinder, most of the chips are just going to shoot out the ends. So it was nice to get this all cleaned up. Alright, back to the main project. I found this little latch in my hardware collection left over from another project, and I thought it was perfect to keep the door closed. Here's the dust collector port going on. I used a safety paddle shutoff switch, a plastic junction box, and a heavy-duty extension cord to do the wiring. I like to cut these little screw tabs off the outside of the box because I'd rather have the screws hidden inside of it. This is definitely not a how-to video for the electrical part. Don't do any of this if you're not comfortable with it. You can burn your whole neighborhood down or just zap yourself into a piece of charcoal. So, I don't know, just ask your buddy the electrician to help you with this part. Goodbye, dust. I'm using this heavy-duty 14-gauge extension cord because I'll be plugging in both my router and my table saw to the box, but I'll never be using both at the same time. I brought in some extra help today for creative development. Again, this is not a how-to video when it comes to the electrical part, but you get the idea. Fun fact, my 3-year-old knows the entire lyrics to that song. Here's a shop tip. If you need to get a screw into a place your fingers don't fit, use a magnet to keep the screw stuck on the end of your driver bit. There's always going to be some chips flying on top of the table, but overall the dust in the air and especially below the table is dramatically reduced. I'd call this a success. See you later.